How's it going, everybody? It's time for another great Mr. Poestyle video, and you see the shirt, you know what that means. Pastime Arcade. This is it. Our final video on my visit there with my kids in Girard, Ohio. Is a wonderful, wonderful fantasy land. And Mike's from Mike's Gaming Gala made me aware of this place, and he has a playlist on his channel. Head over there for when he toured the place and played the games, and just awesome. And on Retro Bliss Rewind on Retro Bliss's channel in the podcast, somewhere around last September, they interview Rob Burke, the owner, the great collector of all these things, and that's the best place to get your information. These guys asking him the questions, him answering said questions. Okay, the first two videos I went over just the pinball tables that are on the floor. They also have electromechanical games, you know, little shooting galleries and stuff like that, games like that. Really awesome. And now this final video we're focusing on is my favorite from childhood. These are the arcade cabinets, you know, your Pac-Mans, your Donkey Kongs, Mario Brothers, and everything in between. Now, this collection is a really good collection. They don't have absolutely everything there, but of course, their main focus is pinball. And but you're gonna find something. You're gonna find several somethings that you love on the arcade side of this thing. So I definitely did favorites and ones that I didn't expect to see. Games that I have on my iArcade that I got from watching the old show Starcade. They have that whole series on YouTube, and I would see a machine and be like, "Oh, that game looks cool." Put it on my iArcade. Now I actually got to see some of these cabinets, and some of them are a little bit crazy. Bubbles cabinet is really unique, but Wacko is the most unique cabinet I think I've ever seen. So wait till you see it. Maybe I showed it in another video somewhere. Whoopsie. They have Wacko's sequel. What's the name of it? Cosmic Cruiser, that's it. It's in there too, so yeah, check it out. This is going to be great. The kids and I love playing all these arcade games, but that was always my thing as a kid. We didn't get to arcades very often. If you did, there might be one or two pinball tables, maybe none. It was always about the actual video games, you know, because we had Atari at home. Let's play these superior video games at an arcade or in the grocery store lobby or at a Pizza Hut or whatever. Pinball was kind of, if they did have a couple machines there, I might have played here and there now and then, not seriously, just launch the ball, okay, and walk away. It was really Off-Grid Arcade and G. Parker that got me into pinball with the FX series. And they have V-pin tables and stuff like that. They've been into pinball for years. And Greg has two real tables. Off-Grid used to have a real table. So these guys were really into it, and they got me into it, at least video pinball on the Switch and on PlayStation 5. PlayStation 4 I played a bit on. These guys really got me into it. And now with Quest 3, I'm doing virtual reality, FX pinball, and mixed reality, where I can put these pinball machines right in my home. At least it looks that way. So I've come a long way. Still love arcade cabinets just a little bit more, but have a whole new appreciation for pinball thanks to those guys. So this trip was awesome. If I haven't mentioned it in this one yet, Pastimes Arcade is in Girard, Ohio. That's about an hour and a half from me, and I'm definitely gonna go back again one day, God willing. I was just waiting for my son to come home and my daughter to be available so I'd have somebody to go with. You know, that's just not a trip that my wife would find interesting. So let's go, guys. The arcade doors are open. Let's go see what games they have for you and me. All right, going through here, we have all of these sweet, sweet arcade games here. And I hope everything's coming through all right. I decided not to use my new mic in the house. I'm using the old one. But anyway, there's Baby Pac-Man. I've always wanted to see this in the wild. It is a hybrid, if you didn't know. It's pinball and a video game. Play some of the video game, go out the bottom doors to play pinball. And here's another one I never knew existed. It's another hybrid. I thought there was only Baby Pac-Man. I was wrong. Granny and the Gators. So there's at least 2 in the world. Baby Pac-Man I bought for the 5200 is pretty sweet. That was the first time I ever played a version of it. This is a real video game pinball with a plunger. So I'm not sure, but probably a first. It came out way back in the day, but that was pretty cool. All Points Bulletin, yeah. My son played that one later on. Cubert, of course, is a classic. NBA Jam, you have to have. Asteroids Deluxe, of course. Lunar Lander, I did play this later on. Sucked, blew up every time. Love the controls for it. Terribly hard game, at least for me. Yeah, I got killed each time. Played this later with the kids. Trog, they were playing it and I joined them. Wacko. This is an awesome machine. Look at that. The marquee, the control panel, everything slants downward. Weird game. It's a mix and match game. Shoot the aliens in the right order, 2x2. And it gets a lot harder as you go. I did put it on my iArcade years ago when I discovered it on Starcade. If you've never watched Starcade, look it up. It was a game show in the 80s. We didn't have it here in my area as far as I know, but I had been watching them here last year and the year before quite a bit, and I discovered Wacko and a lot of games. Put them on there. Mr. Do, love Mr. Do. I love it more than Dig Dug, so choose your side. I know a lot of people like Dig Dug more. Everybody compares the two. Road Blasters. Crystal Castles, of course. It's a beautiful machine. Have that on my iArcade as well. Look at this. This is another one that I put on the iArcade, but Major Havoc. Don't have those actual controls, of course, but and of course Star Wars Arcade. You gotta have that. And I do have a yoke from Glenn Thunderstick Studios for my iArcade. Gauntlet 2. Blasteroids. Nice. Blaster. Yeah. Bubbles is another one that I discovered through the Starcade TV show, watching the repeats. You definitely look them up. This machine looks unique in every way, and it is a fun little game. Look up Starcade if you never watched it before. They have a lot of these games. I was watching them to get an idea of what to put on my iArcade, so I do have Bubbles on my iArcade as well. And another game later on you'll see called Eyes. Found that through Starcade. Defender, of course. And I have Joust here. Or no, we got Inferno here, I'm sorry. Joust and Joust 2 are coming up. I'm an idiot. It's not Joust. I just love these. Galaxian started it all, right? Galaxian, gotta have it. Moon Patrol. Oh, what a classic. I did play nearly all of these, so. Robotron 2024. Great twin stick game. I absolutely love it. I know Off Grid Arcade loves it too. Crazy Climber, the first cabinet I ever played in my life when I was a little kid. It was at a local Winky's Burger Shop. Love that they put it next to Robotron 2024. They're both twin stick games. Amadar, of course, started out playing that in the Parker Brothers version on the Atari 2600 back in the day. Buck Rogers, Planet of Zoom, have that for several consoles now. Don't believe it's on my iArcade though. Joust 2. So that's pretty sweet. They have Joust and Joust 2, and they're right next to each other. I'm glad they did that. Wacko has a sequel as well, and they didn't have them side by side. Robbie Roto, you did not see that anywhere. Robbie Roto. Space Invaders, of course, classic. Holographic. Mirror image. You know, trying to zoom in to show that as best I can. Wizard of War is such a classic. Champ Games made an awesome version of this. I do have that. Love it. for your 2600. Gorf, of course, another classic. Smash TV. Played this with my buddy and with my brother for hours when we would get a chance to get to somewhere where they had the cabinet. And then, of course, later on the Super Nintendo. The Three Stooges is another one I found a few years back and put it on my arcade, but and you can get a config file for it so that it plays right, but nothing like the real machine. You could play all Three Stooges here if you got a couple buddies with you. Reactor is a classic. Played it first on the 2600. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. A lot of people love that. Got that on my iArcade as well. Jailbreak is another very fun game that is on my iArcade. Vanguard, of course. Luther defeats the Gone. You remember the commercials? Maybe you don't. And these kind of games are always fun. Turkey Shoot. Never actually heard of that one before. Jungle Hunt, of course. They didn't have any variants like Jungle King or the Pirate Pete or whatever. Just Jungle Hunt. That's all you need. Tubin. Oh, love Tubin. Right? Tengen came out with the illegal cart, not licensed cart for the NES. Blueprint is an old classic. Out for the ColecoVision, I believe. Zybots. Berserk. Everybody knows Berserk. I didn't see a Frenzy here, but they had Berserk. Space Duel. Recently bought that for my 2600 Plus. And of course, Frogger. You gotta have Frogger. Big Buck Hunter for people that want to go hunting, but not in the woods. And Marble Madness. Oh, I love this game for the NES so much in the day. Back in the day, I do have it for my iArcade with the Glenn's deck. Soul Calibur, of course. With the Glenn's deck, with the trackball and everything. Didn't want to film anybody while they were playing, so skip past that person. Kickman is another one that I discovered. You can use your spinners or trackball on the iArcade for that, and Pac-Man makes an appearance in it. Tekken 3, Puyon is I love Puyon. Great classic. And then you had Fix It Felix Jr., of course. I'm gonna wreck it, Ralph. Ghosts and Goblins, love this game. Now, they didn't have a Ghouls and Ghosts there, but Ghosts and Goblins is the one that I played the hell out of anyway as a kid, so glad to see it. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, or not Mike Tyson, Super Punch-Out. Great game. Fast Freddy. Have always heard about Fast Freddy. Never played it until that day. Bosconian is another great game that I think just about everybody loves if you ever tried it. Astro Fighter. We're coming up on some history here. Now there's Thief. This isn't the history. Here we go. Not yet. Sorry, I was wrong. Centipede is some history. People love Centipede. Don't know if there was a millipede there, come to think of it. There we go. There it is. Do you ever see this in the wild? Computer space? And I mean, do you ever see this in the wild that you can play it? Probably not. You can at Pastimes Arcade, and I did later on. That's Grid. It's a football game. I didn't want to spend forever. Dragon's Lair, of course. Loved this back in the day at a Hills department store, watching everybody play it. Cuphead. This is a game my son and I played the heck out of on the Nintendo Switch. Never knew that they ended up making a cabinet of it. He did play it later. I can imagine if you were really paying quarters and it wasn't set to free play, you would lose your quarters instantly. And there is my all-time favorite arcade game, Popeye. Of course, you have to have Popeye if you want to be my lover. You got to get with my Popeye. Oh man, I love that game. And of course, I did play it. I didn't want to spend all my time just filming because I did have my son and daughter there. And neither of them live at home anymore. My son's home on leave for the first time in 15 months. So, DK3, I love this game. So glad they had the cabinet. And Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong. And next to that was Mario Brothers, the original. So they have all the old style Nintendo cabinets together. They're all the same, but painted different, right? Different marquees, etc. Or it wasn't right next to it. It was run down. Yeah, they need to push it down too. To have it right next to it. That's my second favorite arcade game of all time, by the way. And love playing it on the NES with my brother. We would play it for hours. Even after we had Super Mario Brothers, that's when we bought this and loved it. Play Choice. Nintendo Play Choice Classic. They didn't have any of the Nintendo tent, red tent, or anything like that there. But still, over 200 games. Area 51. This is another one, Jump Bug, that I discovered through Starcade, I believe, back in the day. When I was watching all this Starcade, I was binging them. Eyes was from Starcade as well. Never had it, never heard of it. And when I did, I had to put it on my iArcade at home. Nibbler is a classic, and there's a great documentary out about Nibbler. If you haven't seen it, look it up. Google it. Warp, another classic. A lot of people talk about that one. Never saw a cabinet before. Black Widow. I love Black Widow, and if you don't have this in any way, shape, or I have it on my arcade. Twin stick game. Also on Atari 50 collection. So if you want to give that a try, do it. Do it. Battlezone. Everybody knows Battlezone. I'm sorry if you hear any outside noise. The birds are singing and the neighbor is hammering and sawing something out there. Yeah, I have no history with that game at all, or this one, but I mean, and there were some people here, so I skipped over for now. Don't want to bother them or think that I'm some kind of pervert or something. Liberator, I have that on the iArcade as well. It's a Missile Command sequel. If you haven't tried it, do try it. Super Breakout, of course. That was it. Pole Position is what they were playing, I do believe. We're coming up on Looping. You know, you can get that on your ColecoVision or your Phoenix if you have one. Stargate is Defender 2. Fun game, hard game. Lock and Chase, another classic. If you have any of the old consoles, pretty much you can play Lock and Chase at home. Or just do MAME. You know what I'm saying? Never heard of Zor. And I didn't play it. Didn't have time for absolutely everything. We spent about 5 or 6 hours there, but Missile Command, of course, a classic, and Liberator was the second one. Pengo, another great one. Willie from Arcade USA sent me a box copy of that for the 5200, I believe, still sealed. Jackrabbit. I have that on my arcade just because I was looking for a game to play for Easter for our live, the show. So a few years ago, a year ago or 2 years ago, I played Jackrabbit on the show. So go check out my playlist for the show. You'll see me playing Jackrabbit. 720 is a classic. Have that on my iArcade as well. If you haven't ever played it, check it out. It has a neat topper to it. It's a boombox. Pigskin was a game that my brother had for his Genesis. Loved that too on the Genesis back in the day. And I did put that on the iArcade as well. Off-Road, always fun. Fire Escape was more of an electromechanical game. I should have filmed that more, but Gapless, or also known as Galaga 3. Love that game. Arcade Chaos brought it to my attention a few years back. Put it on my iArcade as well. Ladybug. A maze game that everybody loves is Ladybug. Champ Games made an amazing version of that for the 2600. Zaxxon, of course. Of course. Isometrical shooter. Exterminator is another one that I ended up putting on my iArcade. Just because it's unique. It's not the greatest looking either, but it was a unique control scheme for it. Never heard of Vega till this day. Tutankhamun. Oh yes, Tutankhamun. That's a classic. We all played the Parker Brothers version on the 2600, right? Space Harrier, a Sega staple that we played on our Genesis. I think also our Sega Master System. And then there were sequels. Elevator Action is such a great game. And Champ Games has out Elevator Agent. awesome. It'll blow your mind playing that on a 2600. You won't believe that you're playing a 2600 when you're playing that game. Narc played this with my best buddy when we got a chance to get to arcades. Time Pilot, my brother's favorite game of all time. Had to put it on my iArcade as well. Love that thing. 1943, again, the whole 1940 series. Love that. They're all on the iArcade. Dragon Spirit. Also for the NES. Zookeeper is another one that Champ Games did. I bought the ROM from them for that, and that's a really fun game. I put it on my iArcade as well. Kicks. Everybody likes Kicks. Spot. You do not see this arcade cabinet anywhere. Kicks. Have it on different consoles, but Upscope. Pretty neat that they threw this in here. I'm trying to show you the view from the periscope there. Yep, it moves. That's right. Afterburner is a classic. Not the sit-down cab, but it was cool enough. Bad Dudes. Everybody wanted to save President Ronnie Reagan. Junior Pac-Man. Now here's your Pac-Man series. Pac-Land. You gotta have these, right? You have to have them. Pac-Mania. I love that the Pac-Man pops out there. Everything is like 3D. Pac-Man Plus. Super Pac-Man. Oh yeah. Ms. Pac-Man. And Pac-Man. I had to skip over that fella. Rally Axe. Love that. And the new Rally Axe. Burger Time is one of my all-time favorite cabinets. You gotta play Burger Time. I didn't see Pac and Pal there, but all the other ones that were present. They also had Baby Pac-Man, as you saw earlier, and they had a Pac-Man pinball machine there as well, so that was pretty sweet. Battletoads. Oh, what? Munch Mobile. I remember hearing about that. I don't think I have it. That was on Starcade as well. Battletoads. Love Battletoads. All the Battletoads and Battletoad Double Dragon games back in the day. Chicken Shift. I've heard of it. Didn't play it. I should have. We're going to go back, or I'm going to go back. I had just been waiting to go here until I had somebody to go with, and my son came home on leave. My daughter was free to come home from her apartment there, and we all went. I was trying not to get in people's way, so I was moving kind of fast here. Lethal Enforcers, of course, is a classic. Super Dodgeball, another classic. Mousetrap. Love this game. Oh, man. And great fun on your ColecoVision and your Atari 2600, but the arcade, of course, very, very good. RoboCop. Just RoboCop, not RoboCop 2, 3, 50. Chaos. I do have that on my arcade as well. Somebody posted it in the Discord, so I downloaded it. SinStar is another classic. Scared everybody with the guy, you know. You know what I'm talking about. Thunder Dragon. Didn't play it. Never played that before, so couldn't tell you. Next time I will. Mappy. Love Mappy. We had a challenge for this game for the show, and just a great game. Of course, Turtles. Everybody always wants to play Turtles. I didn't see a Simpsons there, but that doesn't mean he didn't have it. Could be in the warehouse. This wasn't working, but I wanted to show the cabinet. Alien Syndrome. I have this for multiple home consoles and on my iArcade. I love that topper for it. Just love it. I'm losing track here now. I don't remember what I missed there. Missed it there, but people were playing something there, so I skipped them. Route 16, didn't play it. Didn't get to. Oh, Bagman. We did an arcade challenge on this as well. Bagman. They didn't have a Bagman 2 here. Bagman is on my iArcade. Love that game. Very tough game. Tempest, of course, it was broke down, though. Congo Bongo, SWAT, these are all classics. WWF, WrestleFest. All of these are classics, man. So, they didn't have near as many... Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Root Beer Tapper, right next to the original Budweiser Tapper. I've never seen anybody have this layout before like this. I'm so glad they did this. This is awesome that they put them side by side. It's the same game, but a rebranding, right? They had to change some things inside. They didn't want kids playing something with beer in it. Didn't get to play Jack the Giant Killer. We'll get to it next time. I'm definitely gonna go out there again. So, Super Contra. Dig Dug, there you go. Mr. Do's rival, I guess. If you want it to be that way. Quartet has never played that game or even heard of it. So, but I'm sure if you have some buddies, it would be a lot of fun. Zeke's Peak. Turbo. The original, right? And such a good version. Champ Games again made a great version that I don't have. But I do have a version of it anyway for home consoles. So, and these are some games that we've seen, I've already shown. And this is where you get into the pinball mix. So you got both arcade games and pinball together. Gauntlet, another Gauntlet. Revolution X is a classic, and of course, sorry, excuse me, Paperboy. I love this game, and it's so great to play it with the real bicycle handles, right? You gotta love that. Timber is another one on my iArcade as well. Love this. Didn't discover this or Domino Man until I had my iArcade. And I've played this Off-Grid, and Mrs. Off-Grid played this on their channel. Timber is a very fun game. Operation Wolf is the classic gun game. There's Domino Man. And Off-Grid also played this on his channel. Put it on his iArcade as well. Tron, I had to play it. You have to play Tron if you see it out. That joystick, this machine, this cabinet was in beautiful shape. Galaga, everybody loves Galaga. Again, we're coming across here to some pinball machines. So, I don't know if I shot the Wacko sequel there or not. It was there somewhere. I did play it later on. This is Hercules, not pinball, or not, sorry, not arcade video game. But it is Atari, and this was the biggest pinball table ever made that used a cue ball. So more on that later. So yeah, feel free to timestamp anything. I should have said that at the beginning. Maybe I will in the intro. Any game, timestamp it. Or right here. Here's a picture gallery, and timestamp any of these games and tell me a story about it. Tell me what you love about it, if you ever played it or not. Put it in the comments, please. I love to hear these stories of the old arcade days. And so yeah, hit the comments, hit a timestamp, tell me which game you're talking about, and let's talk about it in the comments down below. So yeah, just take a look at, I didn't take a picture of every game, but there's Bubbles. I took a picture of a lot of games. And again, I didn't want to take all day filming. I was there to share time with my kids. They're finally both at home, or with me on the road to Ohio. You know, we did our hour and a half or a little more drive there and just had a great time. We spent, like I said, about 5 or 6 hours there. Could have spent more. I could have spent more. They were wiped. They were ready to go. So, yeah, hit the timestamp in your comments for any of these when they come up. Let's take a look at them. Tell me your stories. I had a blast, I'm telling you. The first arcade game. Oh, look at that thing. Beautiful. It's a work of art, really. There it is, my favorite of all time. Alright, well I think I'm going to stop talking here. I will see myself out and just enjoy. Please leave comments below. And if you can, if you're close, you have to take a look at this place. My goodness. The largest collection of pinball machines in the world, 400 maybe plus on the floor, over 1,000 total. He swaps out, switches out, 200 or over 200 arcade cabinets. Again, pinball is priority one here, but you have most of your staples as far as arcade games go, at least for us old dudes anyway. And then you have ones that are obscure that maybe you never got to check out, and you can do that now 40 some years later. Love burger time too. Alright guys, we'll see you in the wrap up, if there's a wrap up. Okay, here's the wrap up, the final wrap up. What a great trip, what great memories we made, and hopefully some great videos were made to pass that along to people that aren't able to get there themselves, or were thinking about going and wanted to check out something about the place. Get there if you can. Yeah, maybe go halfway between Girard and Pittsburgh and get a hotel room. Spend a couple of days. You know, you could go tour Pittsburgh, and there's a lot of stuff to do in Pittsburgh. Also, a lot of arcades and pinball places. There's one on my side of Pittsburgh that I still haven't got to yet, but Mark from Classic Game Room, he goes there and plays pinball a lot. And he has shot a lot of videos, pinball videos for Classic Game Room at that. I still need to get there. Shame on me, because it's really close. Really, really close. But yeah, this place, amazing. The guy has the record for the most pinball tables, biggest collection in the Guinness Book of World Records. And there it is, just an hour and a half from me, and I never knew it until Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala told me about it. So I will be back. I hope you liked the video. Again, timestamp. Hopefully you went through and hit the little timestamp if you had a question about one of the cabinets, or you wanted to make a comment about one of the cabinets. That just makes it a lot easier for somebody reading your comment to hit that and go right to what you were talking about. Yeah, this was great. Let me know what were your favorite pinball tables, what were your favorite arcade games that they had there. Do you think you'll ever go there to visit, or have you gone there in the past? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for being patient, and it was great seeing you again. And thank you for joining me. I'm sweating. For another great Mr. Poestyle video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Guys, time to close the arcade doors.
Joystick in hand, eyes on the screen, Mr. Poestyle, an arcade machine. Blips and bloops, a symphony of sound. High scores calling another round. From Atari joysticks and television's keys, he conquered consoles with such ease. ColecoVision's wonders, he knew them all. Master of pixels, standing tall. Poestyle, Poestyle, the arcade king. His name echoes the
Oh, Nacho. Come here, Nacho. No biting. No biting. Ooh, no biting. No, Nacho, stop.